Hello and welcome to the Black Girl Picnic vendor presentation recording. This presentation is just to give you a little bit of information about the process for submitting the vendor application for the 5th annual Black Girl Picnic, Saturday, August 9th at Belle Isle Park. Just a little bit about the Black Girl Picnic. It is a celebration of Black womanhood and sisterhood. It is a annual experience. We are in our 5th year, and we're super excited to hopefully and potentially bring more vendors, more intentional vendors, to our 5th annual Black Girl Picnic. A little. A little bit about me. My name is Tori Anderson Lloyd. I am the organizer of Black Girl Picnic and the founder of Black Girl Conglomerate. Black Girl Picnic is an initiative through Black Girl Conglomerate, which is a nonprofit 501c3 dedicated to organizing initiatives and events and opportunities for Black women and girls in Detroit with the emphasis on wellness and literacy. So in the summer of 2021, we had our first Black Girl Picnic. It started as a meetup, and as you all know, or many of you know or don't know, it has slowly morphed into a movement. And so I'm extremely proud to continue this movement and this celebration of sisterhood with the women of my city. Our mission is to create a space where rest and relaxation is a reality for Black women. We encourage all Black women to remove their capes and simply exist. We aim to foster positivity, unity, and love, and to empower and uplift our community by providing a space where we are all heard, valued, and seen. And so, our vendors and any vendors that we look for, we are looking for vendors that are in alignment with this mission. Here's some of our goals. Again, joy, sisterhood, connection, networking, celebrating. We want to make sure that, everyone who not only is an attendee and a vendor is in alignment with our goals. We do not celebrate, or we do not um, want any mean girl energy. And so we just want to make sure that all of our vendors are, authentic, positive, and there to uplift Black women. It's a couple of our images from 2021. We were in our little secret cove on Belle Isle. 2022, again at our secret cove on Belle Isle. 23, this was our last year in our secret cove because, fortunately and unfortunately, we outgrew that space. And then 2024 was when we had our first picnic at the cricket field, where we will be hosting the 5th annual Black Girl Picnic. Here's a look at our data. As you can see, our attendance over the last 4 years has grown exponentially. The majority of our primary audience are Black women ages in their 30s. So 30s to 40s would be our largest audience, followed by, Gen Z. So millennials, Gen X, Gen Z are our largest audience. So just to kind of give you a sense of who we have in our community from a marketing standpoint. Now for the moment you've been waiting for, the information from a marketing standpoint. Now for the moment you've been waiting for, the information on how to vend. We have a $150. Our vendor fee is $150 per vendor. And I'm going to get into the breakdown of that. So the application, proof of insurance, and payment are all due May 9th. And so as we approach April, the clock is starting to wind down a little bit. So the vendor fee is $150. Event insurance for Black Girl Picnic is required. The recreational passport fee for Belle Isle applies to all picnic attendees, including vendors. There is one vendor per permit. You may not have two vendors on one permit. Vendors must bring a 10 by 10 tent for setup, no exceptions. We do not just want tables. I don't think that that looks aesthetically pleasing. Also, just to protect your merchandise or your wares, we're suggesting that you bring a 10 by 10 tent. That is not included in the vendor fee. We will provide a 6-foot table and 2 chairs within that vendor permit. If not approved for permit by Belle Isle, all funds will be refunded. No refunds will be given otherwise, no exceptions. I've got a sick child. Um, I've got unfortunately, if there's a death in the family, we are not able to refund once you signed up and started the vendor process. Likely those funds would have been allocated for something else for our event, so we would be unable to refund them. So just be sure that this is something you're able to do, that you have the date set and you have the capacity. So the completed here are Belle Isle's requirements. You need to complete the application. I'll upload that online. The vendor fee for Belle Isle is $50, and then you must have your proof of insurance. Your insurance must have, and I'll get into the insurance requirements. I'll get into the insurance requirements. The application, again, I will upload that online. It must be completed in its entirety. You can complete that, by hand, or you can there's a website called Cami where you can, type onto PDFs. That's always helpful. However, I am expecting that all vendors have the wherewithal and the ability to complete all digital documents or all documents without the assistance of Black Girl Picnic staff. Again, we don't have the capacity to assist you all with uploading and downloading files. And so we're really, really looking for people who have the ability to complete tech related items independently. So the application is 3 pages. You just want to make sure you go through all 3 pages. Now to the insurance requirement, which is the most tedious and probably the most important. It's extremely important that your certificate specifically has the highlighted information in yellow. It should include the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, the departments, divisions, um, agencies, offices, commissions, officers, employees, and agents are included in the additional insurance. So you're going to want to call the insurance company to make sure that you can verbally get all this on the insurance document. How do I get event insurance? There's multiple websites. You can literally just type in event insurance into Google. I use Progressive for our event insurance, but there's a wide variety of event insurance. You just want to make sure you go through all 3 pages. Now to the insurance requirement, which is the most tedious and probably the most important. It's extremely important that your certificate specifically has the highlighted information in yellow. It should include the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, the departments, divisions, um, agencies, offices, commissions, officers, employees, and agents are included in the additional insurance. So you're going to want to call the insurance company to make sure that you can verbally get all this on the insurance document. Um, how do I get event insurance? There's multiple websites. You can literally just type in event insurance into Google. I use Progressive for our event insurance, but there's a wide variety of event insurance. I've included some websites you can go to for event insurance. So you can go to thimble.com/event insurance, or you can go to the event helper. I think that's through Progressive. That's who I use. Um, Again, please contact the website customer service to help you with your document. Black Girl Picnic is not responsible for troubleshooting your or generating your insurance document. We are essentially the liaison between you, the vendor, and Belle Isle. But here are some examples of what a vendor application with the correct verbiage looks like. And so you just want to make sure, not the vendor application, I'm sorry, the event insurance, what the correct verbiage looks like. And so you just want to make sure that you have all the specified um, terms included on your event insurance for the vendor insurance for Bella. So let's talk about the process. So you complete your vendor application. You're going to submit your proof of insurance and completed vendor application to blackgirlpicnic@gmail.com. Once you submitted your proof of insurance and your completed vendor application, I'm going to send you an invoice from blackgirlpicnic.com. That invoice is going to be for $150. Once your invoice is paid, I will submit your completed packet to Darlisa Terrell from Belle Isle. I will include you within the email communication, so please provide a working email address. Please do not use an iCloud. I understand iCloud may be easy, but sometimes I've gotten a lot of bounce back from iCloud, and so please use either a Gmail, a Yahoo, some other email address other than a iCloud. Ms. Terrell from Belle Isle will either confirm or deny your application. Deny applications will receive a full refund, meaning if you are not approved to be a vendor at Belle Isle, you will be refunded the full $150. In the subject of the email address, please put the name of vendor, put a colon, put the name of your business, and then documents. I'm asking that you please follow the submission guidelines. We are getting a lot of emails from sponsors, um, from our partners, and so I want to make sure that these emails are labeled appropriately so I can know, hey, this is a vendor emailing me. I need to do X, Y, and Z. Again, email completed documents to blackgirlpicnic@gmail.com. There, we will follow up with you if your application is approved or denied. In the event that your application is denied, you will receive a full refund within 5 to 7 business days. Let's talk about day of logistics because I am sure many of you want to know what this is going to look like. So right now, this is this is not even an updated map because I haven't even added our sponsors, but you don't need to know who my sponsors are just yet. This is the parking lot 1, parking lot 2. This is slated parking lot for Black Girl Picnic. Last year we had a lot of people parking around the perimeter. This year that's going to be nearly impossible with the fencing. And so please use the parking lot. Setup time is from 12:30 to 2:00 p.m. Vendors will not be admitted prior to 12:30 p.m. with no exceptions. We need time to set up, our fencing. I need time to set up my tents. I need time to work with my vendors for the event. And so I just want to make sure that everything is set up appropriately for on my end for the entire event before we start allowing vendors to enter the picnic site. Transport, please bring a wagon to transport your materials. Driving on the field is not permitted. This is non-negotiable. Vendors should not block traffic on Casino Way. This is Casino Way right here. Vendors are able to bring one guest for free. Any other workers, guest attendants will need to purchase a discounted ticket, and those will be available. You can just message me, and I'll send you a link or a code. Vendor permits. There should be one vendor per tent. Vendors found allowing vendors without a permit to sell inside their tent will be asked to leave. As mentioned prior to, there's one vendor per one permit, and so I guess for me, if I'm sharing that this is the guidance for the event and the day of the event, if you are found, operating outside of the guidance, for me, that is ground to dismiss you from the picnic. And so I don't want to be rude or I don't want to be too harsh, but anybody not following the guidelines of Belial, that puts my permit for the event at risk, and that puts my relationship with park authorities at risk. And I'm sure you can understand as an entrepreneur, as somebody operating a nonprofit, it's kind of the same thing. I want to make sure that I remain in good standing with my partners so that we can have future events in the future. And so that is a non negotiable. So, I understand, hey, Auntie, can I sell this? I mean, maybe you can sell it for them, but there should only be one person selling items. And that is honestly what should be on the permit. So, yeah. So if you signed up to sell t-shirts, I shouldn't come around and see you selling smoothies. If that makes sense. Okay? Any questions? Uh Please feel free to email any questions to blackgirlpicnic.com. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. And without any doubt, I'm pretty sure I covered everything within this presentation. So if there's any questions that arise that I have not answered within this presentation, please feel free to reach out to me at blackgirlpicnic.com. I look forward to having vendors this year at this Black Girl Picnic. And yeah, I'm hoping that it is one for the books. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to partnering with you.